Hi there, my name's Ali. Welcome to the Yoga Home channel. I'm so grateful that you stumbled across my channel, or maybe you were searching and regardless, you found it. Today's going to be a little bit different, not so much of a yoga asana flow, but a meditation that really gets into, it's a visualization that'll connect you deeper to just some clarity in your mind. And it relates to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, so the second sutra. So just before we get going, if you feel like someone would really benefit from this meditation and just needs that extra clarity in the mind, feel free to subscribe and share the video. I appreciate you. So for this one, I want you to find a comfortable seat, and it doesn't mean you have to be all fancy cross-legged on the ground. You can just choose a chair to sit in or your couch, but just make sure that your spine is really nice and straight, okay? So as I was saying, this relates to the Yoga Sutras. Now, basically, to just kind of break it down for you, the Yoga Sutras are based out of their ancient yogic texts, and it's based out of 196 aphorisms. So there's several different translations for the Yoga Sutras, and it is the portion that we learn deeply in our yoga teacher trainings in the philosophy section. So the second sutra I wanted to talk about today, which relates to this meditation that we're going to do. So the second sutra, 1.2, is called Yogas Chitta Vritti Narodaha. Yogas Chitta Vritti Narodaha. And that basically means, in a simple nutshell, stilling the fluctuations that we have in the mind, right? So vritti really just represents, in Sanskrit, whirl, like a whirlpool. So everything's moving at this vortex, right? But we have these thoughts in the mind that come up. We have no idea where they're from. They come and they go, and they come and they go. And so sometimes most people, if they don't have a meditation practice, can relate and identify and attach themselves to those particular thoughts, thinking that they are their thoughts that come and go in the mind, which can be a fabrication of the mind, can be very dangerous. So we do these practices to start to let go and dissolve and that illusion that we have around identifying to these particular thoughts. So vritti is just, it's that reaction almost. It's the fluctuation. And the reason I want to take you through this meditation is because when I think about this sutra, I think about, you know, when an ocean has waves and turbulence and swell, and there's always activity going on. Well, if you come to, like, say, a lake or a pond where it has a tendency to definitely be glassy and flat at times, you know, unless a boat goes by, unless a duck lands in the water, unless someone throws a stone, and then you get ripples. So these ripples are basically like the vritti and these fluctuations of the mind. And the chitta is basically your individual consciousness and the personal energy field that we kind of, it's like the mind, to put it bluntly, but it goes a lot deeper than that. So to relate it to this ocean or lake, it is the lake, okay? And the vrittis are the fluctuations. So when we give it time to let the soot and the mud settle to the bottom, then eventually things start to become more clear. So I want to take you on a little journey. So go ahead and breathe in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Soften your eyes. Relax your face. Relax through your shoulders. And maintaining a tall spine, yet not feeling tension or rigidity. So it's still soft, but you're maintaining this nice integrity through the spine. Allowing the breath to come and go. Allowing you to feel this freedom and fluidity. And now we'll go on a little journey as you imagine yourself in a forest, somewhere quiet in nature. And there's a house or a cabin there. And perhaps you're sitting, just started maybe a fire in the wood stove, and you're sitting there. And you decide you want to go for a walk. So you get up, barefoot without putting any shoes on, so you can really feel and connect to the earth. Let's walk down the steps, walk out of the house, down the steps, onto the path. This path leads all the way to a body of water, a pond or a lake. And as you're walking gently and slowly, feeling the earth beneath your feet, the coolness of either the grass, or maybe you're walking on pebbles and you're feeling the soles of the feet starting to wake up. And then you take a deep breath and smell the fresh air and the flowers that are growing in the field. Listening to the sounds of the birds singing. Just feeling the slight breeze and wind as it blows the trees. Listening to the leaves. And you continue walking down this path, trusting, feeling supported and safe. Then you decide to walk up to the body of water and sit down beside it. And curious, as you lean over into the water and look into the reflection of the water. And right now it's a little bit turbulent. There's some waves and ripples. And you can't quite see your reflection. It's a little bit wavy, distorted. So you sit back down beside it and close your eyes and come to your breath. And just deciding to let and choosing to let everything just settle so that eventually you can start to see clearly. And as you breathe into this space, just listening to the sounds of nature around you, staying calm in the body, in the mind. Allowing yourself to be present. Present with the sensations that are happening. Present with the breath that's moving through the body. And any thoughts that are coming and going that may be distracting you. Recognizing that this can be the vritti mind. And this act of relaxing and cessation and settling is nirodha. And perhaps you hear a train going by in the background as I'm hearing myself. And noting that these moment-to-moment awareness, part of the senses, is part of the meditation. And not everything's gonna be quiet or settled, but it's how we respond to it as opposed to react. Just settling back into our nervous system, allowing the ripples to settle. And the space becomes quiet. And the water becomes clear as you start to lean over again and look into the reflection of the water. It's glassy and clear, and you see yourself. What is it that you see? What is it that you feel in this moment? And sitting back into your seat. Breathing in what came up for you. And then slowly, as you start to mindfully get back up and walk towards the path, as you walk down the path towards the house, walking very slowly, each step, moment to moment awareness, feeling supported by Divine Mother. Feeling that you are walking on the right path to your purpose. And just feeling into that clarity. And as you walk up towards the house, up the steps, opening the door, and sitting back down into your chair by the fire, absorbing all the elements of nature. And taking a deep breath in, expanding the breath as you exhale to relax. And again, inhale to expand, and exhale. Then bringing yourself back, perhaps opening your eyes, letting the light come through, and connecting to your heart center and what you are truly grateful for in this moment. And I just want to thank you for joining me on this little journey, and I hope that helped. And if it did, maybe you can share it with someone that maybe doesn't have as much clarity as they'd like right now. And we'll see you on the next video. My name's Ali. Namaste.